Are you living with or struggling with complex PTSD? I'm going to talk about it today because I am. And I just want to help you to understand it, help people around you to understand it, and just know that I'm not a professional. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a professional health professional. I'm just someone who like you, who like you, struggling with it. And I just want to explain first what is a complex PTSD. If we come on like a PTSD, and I'm gonna read. I'm sorry because I just want to say the good things. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder is a mental health condition that arises from prolonged or repeated exposure to trauma, typically in situations where escape is difficult or impossible. Unlike PTSD, which often results from a single traumatic event, C-PTSD is associated with chronic trauma, such as it can come from childhood abuses or neglect, domestic violence, human trafficking, prolonged captivity or torture, living in a war zone or with ongoing threats. So this is a complex PTSD, and I can tell you a couple of things which which one we are struggling or common struggles faced by individuals like me, like you maybe. And just remember, if you are mourning, grieving, living, struggling with PTSD or complex PTSD, a lot of tips can be similar. As I learned since I'm young, and as I learned since I'm reading about it, listening video of professionals who are talking about it, and I think that's why I'm working in the grieving. I work with grieving people. Okay. So what's we can what are our struggling? Can be emotional dysregulation. Intense emotions like anger, sadness, or numbness can feel uncontrollable and overwhelming. Okay, we can live with it. And let me tell you, we do. Not only we can, but we do. Self-worth issues like the struggle's persistent feeling of shame, guilt, or worthlessness stemming from past trauma. We never know when it can happen when we are complex PTSD, because we have a lot of PTSD of trauma, so it can happen anytime. Relationship challenges, difficulty trusting others, fear of abandonment for some, toxic relationship patterns, it can happen too. Flashback and intrusive thoughts, reliving traumatic experiences through vivid memories and nightmares. We can work all those things I'm talking about. We can work on this with a professional, and it can help a lot to diminish, to lower all the struggling. Feeling unsafe in the world too. Uh, like me, I can tell you that I have a constant hypervigilance and fear of potential threats when I'm outside. And I think that can talk to a lot of you too. Let me know in comments which one of those happening more often for you? Avoidance. The struggle is avoiding people, places, or situations that reminding you of trauma, which can limit life experiences. When we are close to the trauma, we avoid a lot of things, places, people. But when we grow from this trauma, we can go to more place with more people sometimes. If we have a companion, someone who come with us, I'm sorry, I'm learning Spanish, and there's some word that come easier now than, than in English. I'm sorry. Okay. Physical symptoms too. Because the chronic stress we have can cause fatigue, aches, digestive issues, or other health problems. I used to say, make sure you have, you don't have sleeping apnea, because when we have some troubles with our sleep, that can be nightmares, that can be just trouble to get asleep. But sometimes it can be sleep apnea, which I have. I have severe sleep apnea, and I just learned it a year ago. So when you have sleep apnea, you can struggle with a respiration problem, with headache, with fatigue, a lot of fatigue. So because you don't have enough oxygen in your body, in your blood, so that can help to ask your doctor. You can ask your doctor to have a test of sleep apnea. Okay. You can feel isolated because you can feel that nobody not only understand, but connect with what you feeling. Just gonna read sorry, a sense of detachment from others, or feeling misunderstood. That's just what I said in my word. Okay, you can triggers everywhere. You can have unpredictable triggers that bring up past trauma in unexpected ways. So one tip is to get a journal of your trauma, of your trigger too. Okay. Your fear of vulnerability. You and I have some hesitation to open up about our feeling due to fear of judgment or rejection. It can happen too. And just remember that you are not alone in this journey. Just remember that you are not alone. We are not alone. If you struggle too much, ask for help, which is the hardest thing to do. But if you're feeling that your trauma, your complex trauma, or your mourning is too hard to live by yourself, it's too hard, ask for someone. You can ask for a professional like psychologue, psychologue it's in French, psychologue, psychiatrist. Ask your doctor for mental help. You can go for a group too, and you can, like I used to do, I help people who are struggling with I'm sorry, I just thought about something, who are struggling with grief. It can be a pet loss, it can be someone you lost, you lose your job, any kind of loss, I can help. So just let me know. You can reach me at info a commercial, which is, I don't remember the name, linnepion.com. You can reach me. We can talk together to see if I'm the good match for you, to help you with your grieving or with what you are mourning about. So tips, I'm gonna give you a good tips, which is good for me, though maybe not for you, but which is good for me, is go for a walk. I just come back from a walk outside. It's -20, and in Quebec province, Quebec province. In my place, it's -20. So I just went for a walk. I have to go to the pharmacy. So, and I just saw some people and I talk with them. That's good too. And the cold outside helped me to make me feel alive and make me feel all my body too. So that's good. This cold is good for you. It was good for me, but it can be good for you. You can go for a 5 minutes walk, 10 minutes walk, 30 minutes walk, whatever. Just go outside. Have some sun on your face. Even when it's cold, the sun is above is always there. So just, it can be good. And I think yes, you can see my sewing machine in my back. I like to sew. I like to draw. I like to do aquarelle too. Those things help me to stay in the moment. So try to find something you like to stay in the moment. It can be crocheting, I do it too. Any kind of things, hobby you like, coloring, anything you like can help you, even if you do it only 15, 30 minutes a day. What are you blessed? Are your blessing of the day too? Gratitude of the day. You can write them in a journal. Keep a journal of your gratitude. It can help a lot. I do it since I'm 12. I do 3 gratitude a day since I'm 12 years old, and I'm 61 now. So when I was in my worst time of my life, when trauma happened, I even try to, before I go to bed, to find what are my 3 gratitude of the day. Even if it was hard to find, I got some. I've got my 3. So I think that's helped me a lot to stay alive too. So if it can help you, I think that can be a good tips. And if you're not mourning, if you don't have a PTSD or a complex PTSD, just begin now to make you to write your gratitude, or to make them in your head if you want. And if something happened in your life, you will be used to do it. So you will continue in whatever is the bad thing that happened in your life. You will be able to do your 3, to name, to bless your 3 gratitude of the day. So that's it for today. Just remember that you're not alone in your mourning, your PTSD or your complex PTSD, and smile to someone today. That will help you as well as it will help this person. Thank you. Lynne Pion speaking. Thanks.